We live?
1 second. Yeah, 1 second, 1 second.
We live? Madhura?
Yeah, you can start.
Okay. Perfect. Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to Breaking the Mold, a leader's tale of marketing and motherhood, featuring Sandeepta Paul Chaudhary. I am Arohi Trabu, and I'm so thrilled to be your host for today, for this powerful conversation brought to you by her second innings, a community that believes in second chances, career comebacks, and redefining success on your own terms. Today's session is a little bit extra special. It's a part of our Mother's Day leadership spotlight, and we're joined by a woman who truly breaks the mold wherever she goes. But before we dive in, a quick housekeeping note. This is a safe and inclusive space. Feel free to engage in the chat, drop questions in the Q&A tab, and most importantly, take notes, laugh, nod, and let yourself be inspired. Um, Her second innings has been on a mission to support women returning to work after a career break, whether due to motherhood, caregiving, birth, health, or just life happening. And as you all know, stepping back in isn't just about finding a job, it's about finding confidence, community, and clarity. So today, to answer all your questions, we have our wonderful speaker, and I'm beyond excited to welcome our speaker today, Sandeepta Paul Chaudhary. She's a TEDx speaker, award-winning CMO, board advisor, and IMC topper with over 20 years of experience across global brands like Tally, Oracle, HP, and many, many more. She's not just a marketing powerhouse, she's a mother, she's a mentor, and a movement maker. From digital transformation to personal reinvention, Sudeepta embodies what it means to lead with purpose, passion, and power. Sudeepta, welcome to the session today, Breaking the Mold. We're so glad to have you. I'm quickly going to turn the time around to you and let you introduce yourself to our audience today.
Thank you so much, Arohi, and thanks, Surya. It's really a pleasure talking to the sisters and helping the sisters to come together. So yeah, about me, I have been a marketeer, a global marketeer rather. It's been 21 years, and I am really loving the journey. While I'm working with various Fortune 500 companies in the past, and also I have worked with medium-sized companies, Oracle, Ericsson, HP, Dell EMC, Intuit, Tally. I have also had my own entrepreneur sprint between 2019 to 2022. And I had my own digital marketing company. I worked with Big Four in terms of Big Four market research companies, Big Four IT and consulting companies, helping them to build their content strategy, go-to-market strategy. I had been an independent director and also a board advisor. So along with my full-time role as a marketing leader, I also, work with a lot of startups, a lot of universities as a mentor in AI, in marketing, product marketing, growth marketing, AI in product management. And I love, disrupting my thing. I believe that staying curious and every individual, whether you are a man or woman, you need capability, you need knowledge, you need expertise, and you need to constantly be ready on the job wherever you are. So I start doing a lot of experimentation with myself. I love doing, moving from full tech to a telco to a fintech, and also moving to from there to a big size to a mid size to a startup, and I'm currently working with a world's number one deep tech startups who are creating and building quantum safe networks, that CUNY Labs. And I'm very excited to join in your show today, and I hope that you will take some notes, you will learn and love my journey, and I hope it would be an inspiring one. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you so much, Deepta. That was, I mean, I knew you were a powerhouse, but I didn't know that there were so many things that you are into. Okay, I want to rewind this reel and I take you back to young Sandeepta? Did you always know that you would be a marketer and now a leader in doing so many things?
No, I never had the intuition of being a marketeer. But yeah, one thing I have always seen myself that I was in Kolkata, and that was the time I was in my 10th and 12th. One thing I always have, asking a lot of questions, taking a lot of notes wherever I used to go. And I used to go behind the teachers. Look, I don't understand this. You need to tell me this. I don't know. How do you say this? But this is what my nature. I have been always a curious one, and really learn and prove myself. You throw me in the water, I will take that challenge very positively, and I'll come out. And I love challenges because this is where you learn the most. So yeah, when I was, my father told me that no more in Calcutta, you have done 10th and 12th, just go take a hostel life, learn things. I wrote my JE, I got into my medical, but my father was an engineer. So he told me, look, dental will take a lot of time. Sorry, medical will take a lot of time. Why don't you try out the engineering? And I didn't want to lose my year. So I wrote CET, and it was just 2 months away. And the syllabus was very different from West Bengal. And I come from, I have done my 10th and 12th in Bengali. And all of a sudden you learn English, and that too in, you are doing your engineering in a very different place, and staying away. I took that challenge very positively. And one thing I think my father has always, both of my parents have always taught me, you are an individual or you are a professional, man, woman, doesn't matter. So I have always got those opportunities to, bring, nurturing myself in that way. I didn't get any less opportunity compared to my brother. So I'm fortunate and blessed having a supportive environment. So yeah, this is the time when I came to Bangalore. I think you start learning everything, you get confidence, you know how to manage yourself. You are an independent, you know that the pocket money that you get, it's not sufficient, but you need to manage, because my father is a government officer, and I come from a middle class family. Okay, so what you have to do, and I was putting everything what I do, I will be excelling. So when I went to engineering, I excelled. I got one of the campus rankers, and then I did my MBA in WLC, and that was the time when I did my engineering. I did a project with Aptech, and it was a Java project. I created a game, and that was the time I found out that, look, I don't want to be a developer, even though I've taken an engineering computer science. But the technical skill is very important to understand the marketing, because marketing is all about storytelling, understanding how do you break a very complex part to an easy way your customer understands. Your customer doesn't want the specs or what architecture goes in, but your customer understand their problem to be solved. So I think this is what I was curious, and I took after engineering. This is not a developer that I want to be, so I want to be a marketer, and I took up marketing. And then I did my again another marketing programs with IIM Calcutta. It was my senior women executive development program, and that really gave me a lot of exposure. So yeah, that's how I have been a marketer. You can say career by choice, yes, to certain, because after engineering I took that choice that I want to be a marketer. Yes.
Wow, that is amazing. I love that you had family support. That actually helps a lot in, especially as a woman when you're choosing your careers and what you want to do. So That's amazing. I also want to double tap on something that you said about that you experimented with yourself and you tried to figure it out as you got into marketing. Tell us more about that.
Yes. So, being a curious, you also want to understand what's my personal growth that I am going to bridge in next 2 to 3 years, right? What is the technology trend? Where am I? In next 2 to 3 years, the goal that I want to achieve. Am I bridging that gap in terms of three things? One is my technical knowledge. The second thing, the kind of opportunity the new technological trends or the consumer behavior is giving you. That means trying out new marketing channel, trying out new technology, and learn that, and learn hands-on, so that when you are working with someone and the someone is falling short or someone doesn't know, you can coach and guide. So knowing those things A to Z is very important for you. Satya Nadella has said one thing, that you need not to be knowing everything, but you can manage it well. That is very important. So for me, when you are going to a different technologies, because I have been always working with HP, Oracle, like EMC. These are all tech hardware. EMC was in, now it is acquired by Dell. Hardware storage network. HP has all network and software and hardware, right? So you need to really learn those things. But then when I moved from Oracle to Ericsson, it was a telco, because that was the time IT and telco was converging. And telco required a lot of IT professionals who can come to that convergence, see things from the fresh eyes, and build something which is really, really closer to the market, understanding the customer. And because I'm curious, I ask, I daily meet a lot of customers, my partners. I work very closely with my leadership team, and I myself go and meet those customers. That gives you a very fresh perspective of what they are doing, how do they use your product, and at the same time, what is their challenges and what are the technological ability that we should bring in our product to, so that we solve challenges first. So this is where I moved Oracle to telecom. I didn't have any background to 3G, 4G, 5G, but I got certified in 3G, 4G, 5G. I then moved from there to fintech, Tally. I got 100 out of 100 in the accounting exam that we all have to give to understand what is Tally. And Tally is very different, and I didn't have any accounting knowledge other than the first MBA, semester you read your accounting, and this is where the credit and the balance sheet that you make. So you need to, what I'm trying to say is, you need to put yourself from a comfort zone to an uncomfort zone, to do things that you never knew that you could have done. And if you don't create those opportunities for yourself, no one has given me any opportunities so far, because I didn't have mentor. Today we have a lot of mentorship network. I really ensure that I coach people, I coach leaders, man, woman, so that the kind of challenges we had, if I had to have someone to talk about, I didn't really have anyone very close in the office. And office, it's purely a professional place. There is no friend. They are all working with you as your colleague. So you need to really identify those close well-wisher network where you can talk things. So I made that conscious decision that I need to challenge myself to see if I'm good for techno, if I am good for other areas. Like when I was doing my independent director last year also, I really wanted to go to those domain which I have not touched, like renewable tech. I want to really help out the startup in the deep tech. And that is why, I need to learn AI. Then I started teaching in IIT Bombay, I am Calcutta, because when you teach, you get a lot of questions, and that also helps you to learn, and that also helps you to go back, read new books, get new ideas, and implement those. So that's why I said that I love giving me those challenges, and I'm putting my goals for 2 to 3 years and see where I am. I move myself out from the comfort zone.
That's very well said. And I think I want to talk more about your leadership as well, because like I hear words like mentor, you've been coaching people, and you said that you having hands-on experiences and learnings is how you help other people, right? Then you're able to mentor other people. So what are some of the moments and the milestones in your career that have shaped your leadership style and you've become the leader that you are right now?
Right. The first thing is, in all my marketing careers, whether it's a very large organization or medium-sized organizations, I got to work with global team. And when you work APAC to Europe to US to LATAM, you understand the culture, because we are not AI robots. We are human. We connect with each other based on some common emotion, maybe some music, some food. So I try to connect with my colleagues, not as a colleague, but as a long trusted well-wisher, a kind of a champion that you create along with you. Because when I had led larger teams, like close to 300 members in Ericsson, in Oracle, there were around close to 100 to 250 people, including marketing, including customer success, including your I created a team called Center of Excellence, where we have the customer reference program. We had marketing, the feedback, where you gather the feedback from the customers, and then you work on the feedback, that is we call response, and then you identify that how do you build the collaboration with the community between Oracle and the customer partner and everything. And then how do you really use that reference, means the customers who are your trusted people, how do you create with them a long trusted. So it's not just your customer. I look at every person whom I work with, what is the impact I'm making, what is the problem that I'm solving, having an open mindset. You don't need not to judge, because people are coming either to tell what they really need from you, they need some help from you, or they don't know how to do, and you show the way, you take the initiative. So you need to really understand those sensors, those signals. And that really helps you, kind of you want to be a crisis solver, you want to be a go-to-market person, you want to be a person whom people feel very easy to approach with. What is the persona that you want to take? So this is one big milestone when I worked with Ericsson, to be very, because I traveled 50 countries, and during Ericsson I travel at least 20 to 30 countries. Every month I had an international travel, either to Sweden, either to Latin America, to APAC, South Africa, very remote places which I have not thought that I will go alone. But that gave you the courage, because I never thought that, okay, about women's security and the things. I was always fascinated with the new idea, and my mentors or my managers, or managers are not your mentors, but in that case in Ericsson, that's a pure landmark, because he was Swedish. Yeah, Swedish has a very good automated, give you the autonomy to do things, act like an owner. They will tell you, okay, I want this. Now, how you want to put it up, it's up to you. That gives you that ability that you go pillar to post. You just don't do marketing, but you do marketing, finance, you do sales, you identify, you run your function. And I moved my function from a cost center to a profit center. And I'm really blessed with those opportunities that I've got in my career, because I told that I am ready to do this without having any experience in telco. But I'm ready to do this. I'm up for the challenge. Many times women think they are not ready. They have their self-doubt. They think their technical skills are lagging. Oh, I have already lost 10 years because I was, giving care to my families, my children. But they forgot about their identity. It doesn't happen with men. They always go and just say that, I'm ready. I really want to make sure that today the women community, the way you think, yes, get ready for the technical exposure, right? Have the right knowledge, but at the same time, we always say that you are ready. No one is ready. No product today is ready. That's why we come up with versions after versions, different bugs, different patch releases. We work roadmaps after roadmaps. No one on earth is ready, ever ready. But we need to get those opportunities, saying that I am willing to do that. I'm willing to take up the challenge for that, whatever the skill sets I need. So my first milestone was in Ericsson. Before, of course, this is on the leadership style. Then the second thing is, when I moved to Tally, a very, very, very different organization culture. It's an Indian, driven company. That really helped me to get that startup mindset. You plan something, but then there is so much going on. It's always good that things get changed. But often we may get frustrated with the idea, oh, I want to do something, because if you think of a process driven person, they will always think, okay, let me finish this, then let me do this. But you need to be agile. This is the second most important thing, that you need to be agile. You need to adopt with the culture. The sooner you adopt, the sooner you show yourself that yes, I can work with this kind of speed. While I'm learning, I'm also producing, from the day one, I am actually actionable. I'm doing deliverables, which is important for my company. And I have a lot of reading what is going on in outside you. So I created a campaign called customer centricity campaign, because whether you are a sales and marketing, you are at the forefront of customer. But what happened to those HR, finance, the development team, engineering team, who does in the box, who does the coding? They are always in the office. It's very important for us to be in front of the customer. So I made this, working with MDs of MD, and of course, Tejas and Bharat sir, that, we all have to go and meet the customer. Tally already has this customer first policy, but we made it a mandate, and we did a very good job. Everyone, HR, finance, when they go out, they really understand how does customer think. This customer centricity is very important. So that was my second important thing that I really want to talk, other than your agility and the adaptability with the culture. And the third one is, every 2 years or 3 years, you should invest in your own learning, so that you move from A to B. And I am very conscious. I always do that. This I got it when I was in Ericsson, but when I was in Intuit after Tally, heading the QuickBooks accountant, the marketing program and the marketing launch for Intuit. So within 3 months, I didn't feel that I have done so much, because made 85 customers, went with the product team, understood the product. And Tally and Intuit are very, very different. Intuit has an app, and Tally was that it's a kind of a DOS kind of a environment, right? You really need to think the idea that you get from customers. So for me, I am always a customer first marketeer. I understand that what jugaad they are doing, what is the way they use. We have never built the product that way, but they are using the product that way. So if I have created some 3 steps to reach out to my end goal in the product, the customer has identified 1 step to reach out to the product particular goal, right? So that's very fascinating, and that also helps us to reduce those steps. So customer centricity is the third important aspect that will stay, whether it is AI, whether it is blockchain, whether it is cryptography, whether it is metaverse, whichever the technology comes. Knowing your customer is very important. So these are the 3 leadership things or the milestone that I've learned. And design thinking, which Intuit coined it, and Intuit does it on their entire, the blood flow, their entire heart, brain, whatever, your mind, everything runs with customer and ends with customer. So that's the way I have learned it, that always be with the customer and partner. So that's a thing I can say.
Those are great insights. Thank you so much for sharing that, Satita. I have this. So when Surya told me about you, when I saw your profile, this was the first question that came into my mind that I wanted to ask you. And the question is, have you ever been the only woman in the room? What helped you hold your ground in those spaces?
Yes, I have been only woman in the room, and remembering my Ericsson, close to 5 years I was there. So I was asked to present to the board of directors. All were men. I was the only woman out there, coming from India, and people are from different parts of Europe, America, Latin America. I was helping my SVP to present the questions. There were around some 200 slides, but we had 1 hour. We spent only for 20 slides, but to get that 20 slides, the kind of questions that you can get from the board of directors, I created another 150 slides working with my SVP. So what I'm trying to say is, when you are the only woman, I see it's not a man or woman, right? I think what I have seen that is that, are you knowledgeable enough? When someone asks you the question, can you answer it? You don't play your woman card. You play based on your knowledge and the brain equity that you bring to the table. That's very important. And not pleasing everyone, but go with your own leadership style. That's very important. You bring your whole self to the company the way you are. Like, for example, I'm very outspoken, I'm transparent, and when I work with my team, I am transparent. If I know and don't know something, I will say, look, even I don't know, I need to find an answer for it. But that gives you an opportunity. That means you don't know, you need to learn, right? But yeah, it has never happened. I'm just giving you some examples that when you get prepared for such a big meeting, you need to know it all. So your competency is the very important part. So no one sees you as a woman. People see you that are you able to answer and understand what is the question, and are you able to give a satisfactory answer and be very crisp. The second thing is, I said that don't please everyone. So in this case, what is your style? You should be letting everyone know, so that if you are working on something and there is someone, like when you come up with a new idea, there are always frictions, right? Because there are some early adopters who comes on your idea, who wants to work with you, and then there are a few people who are little shaky. They don't know how this idea will work, so they try to create a barrier, right? So how over the time you actually work, and show that, okay, your facts, your knowledge, what you have done earlier, and how does that help. Similar, your analogy that you drive, that is also very important, because that gives people confidence. That gives people that, okay, she has done it, she knows how to do things, right? So they take you as a trusted partner. So I would say that these are the things that I've done when I was single in the entire room. But I never felt any fear, or because always my focus was, okay, if this is the question, how do I answer? They may play, these are the things that it's not there on the slide. If they ask me what should be my thing, like, so work on all those permutation and combinations, and show that you are the right person in the room, and you have done your best. So that is it. Yeah.
That is lovely. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing that. Bring your own self. I think that's gonna stick with me. I want to quickly switch gears and I want to talk about marketing careers and comeback. So the people, our community, are women who are coming back from breaks. So I think I want some insight from you on like how and what they can do to come and to get marketing roles and what kind of opportunities are there. So I think first of all, and you did speak about it a little bit, but I want to like talk about it in depth. What are some of the technical skills or must-haves now in the marketing roles, especially in digital marketing, analytics, and automation that our community can learn and for these marketing opportunities?
Right. Before I go there, just going back to the previous question, there is a LinkedIn article, because I'm also a passionate writer, which I've written in my LinkedIn, top 20 experiences that I've drawn from my 20 years of career. I would really, and this is from a woman, a businesswoman who is writing, going through the struggles or the experiences that I had. And I really want to communicate that, because I think you all can resonate when you read that article. It's transparent. I have been very vocal about what I liked, what I didn't like, what I learned.
Mhm.
So that is, I would say that please take that as a learning article or piece. Now coming to this, see, as you rightly said, Arohi, all of those skills are equally important. Digital marketing, last 10 years, we have been doing digital marketing. But now the kind of tools with the help of the AI that has come, it has helped us to do things much faster.
Mm.
That the chain prompt, the prompt engineering that we are using, AI agents that have come. I use in a day in and day out a lot of AI tools. No, I don't write AI generated content, but I use AI tools in a lot of use cases for marketing. So for example, gathering what is going on in that region, research ideas, content ideas. I use a lot of AI tools, to make sure my prompt is right. Giving a chain of prompts so that it revises and it also learns, and giving the feedback to the AI tool at the same time, that this is good, this is not good because of this, because then it also changes those algorithms, understands the kind of inputs you have given in the past, and it tries learning fast. Every AI agent is one resource. We will see the world is going towards more and more, in a less with more, and having this each AI tool coming to the place. So digital marketing, learn all the marketing analytics, SEO, SEM, how to write content, how to create and market content, influencer marketing, partner marketing. A large part of marketing is not just your direct marketing you are doing, but is also how do you work with your partner and the bigger ecosystem, with your customers, your dealers. There are different other people, your stakeholders, your investors. So those everywhere marketing, the storytelling, that is very important. One very important part of all of these tools are fine, but storytelling, art of communication, talking what you really need. There is a template that, okay, this is the topic, this is what I want, and this is what I have done, and this is the feedback that I'm looking for. Whatever you talk, have a template out it, so that you have a structured method of utilizing your time better with also the other person. And always do research before you join any of such stuff, or before you are learning any certification courses in marketing or AI in marketing. You need to really do a good research. So I always I'm good in research, so I will always say the same thing. Please do a well research where AI can help you. Now, when it comes to marketing strategies, this is something you need a human capability which can think through. So you actually work AI plus human. And also have the ability to check the AI inputs, because a lot of the time the data is also not right. So whatever you are basing your things, right, you need to double check, so that you make sure that you look credible and relevant to whomever you are talking. And the third thing is, everything is now digital. That's why digital marketing has to be learned. And AI, I told why you need to learn. But then always talk to your customer. Never lose an opportunity that, okay, now I have a lot of AI tools. I have my team. Let me work, in cool AC. No, that is not the case. Go out and see, because when you go and meet and make your leadership style in such that you are an enabler. Don't have an ego. Don't have an attitude. You are a lifelong student. Okay, whichever things you are learning. So always go and meet, because then they tell you more than what doesn't come on the email. So I do take out and I reach out. I have a one-to-one conversation, very informal, but you get those things going. So this is why I would say three things: art of communication, digital marketing, AI plus human marketing, and of course do certification on the new technology that is coming, like cyber security. Very, very important. Whatever you are learning, your data can get stolen. All your hard work can just go in a seconds, because hackers are getting more predominant every time we are hearing some of the other cyber attack that has happened. So use those secured network, secure channel, where you are putting everything into the AI. You should ask what I should put in AI and what I should not put in AI. Look into the privacy policies for any tools, and then take a very right judgment, because you are the one who are making the judgment. People are looking at you, so be very, very conscious about that.
Okay. And just a follow-up question on that. Do you think women without any formal marketing degrees can still enter and grow in this space if they focus on the stuff that you've just mentioned?
Yeah, see, I have not come across that if you don't have a marketing degree, you get into marketing. But I have hired people who had no experience in marketing, coming from sales or coming from and I need that kind of outside thinking. So I have coached him or her, and then I brought into marketing. But it's very difficult if you don't have the certification, because when people send the JDs, they always say that these are the mandates, and they really look for someone who has those certification. So it's little difficult, but I will not say it is not at all possible. If you have the opportunity, who has given you, and they have seen you have been working with him or her from a long time without having marketing knowledge, you bring a lot of other things, then you may get such opportunities. Yes.
Okay, thank you for sharing that. And how do you see gig roles, freelancing? Because I feel like marketing has a lot of opportunities for freelancing work or like consulting work or like gig works, like, photographers and then content writers out there. So how do you see these roles contributing to modern marketing careers, especially with like onset of Chat GPT, where a lot of that burden is, just it's yeah, a lot of people also use chat gpt for content now, so how do you see these roles contributing?
I think those are realities now, and we must understand. See, there are pros and cons on anything that you do, right?
Mm.
So these gig roles, you work at your own flexible time, right? And you try out new things. You get better flexibility and visibility. The different sectors, how are they growing, and it gives you a lot of learning opportunity, right?
Mm.
And yeah, when you are starting, you may not get that handsome income that you get in a fixed job, nice paychecks coming, and it is a call that you need to take. So if you are a mother and you want to, what is the goal that you have for next 2 to 3 years? You want to be at with the family, because let's say your son is at a 10th, or your daughter is giving that board exam, or getting into an engineering college, or like a UG or a PG, and you think that yes, I need to be there. The call is you. I see homemaker, and they are no less. They have a tremendous demanding job than a working woman. I always have huge respect for every homemaker, because they are doing those silent job. No one gives you that much credit, but nowadays things are changing. I do see a lot of things, people are working, sharing the load and things like that. But I would say the call is yours. If you think that yes, I want to be with my family, then you choose those jobs that gives you a lot to learn before you take up a fixed job. This gives you a big exposure. This gives you a client customer centricity. This gives you that okay, let me put myself in the water and test it before I get a full-time job. So that is definitely recommended, and that's how even I have done things. When I did independent director, because I was already advising a couple of farms both in India and USA, and they were a social impact women driven organization. I cannot really disclose their names, because some of them are in the the funding stage, but I always made sure that that also gives me the learning, and not just all women. As I told, I also took a renewable tech, because I really want to learn that area. Right. So you do your job, but don't if you are in a fixed job, then your goal should be that okay, I have done this. Let's say you have been a head of engineering, and then next step you want to be a VP of engineering. I'm just giving you an example, right?
Mhm.
Senior manager to a VP, or the director position. What is the director position needs you? Does it require a new skill? Does it require bigger people to manage? Does it require gather new ideas by meeting customers, partners, your own thinking? It requires a lot of stakeholder management. What is it? And for you, because you need to trust your call, right? At the end of the day, stick to your decision, love yourself, and forget yourself when things were hard on you, because no one is perfect. Please, if you have that perfection syndrome, please take that out. We are all human, we all make errors, and that's perfectly okay. Give yourself pat a back and just move on. You at least tried. If you didn't have tried, you didn't know. So do that. What is the call? Is it a fixed job? Is it a gig? It's your call. But then identify and shape that journey in terms of tools, in terms of people, in terms of processes, in terms of frameworks. Please be a knowledgeable person when you come to the room, when you talk, or it shows that yes, you are an insightful person, and people will take you when they are in they are looking for help.
Hmm. Okay. Thank you so much for sharing that. Now this is the Mother's Day special event, so I do want to talk about motherhood and leadership and how you've juggled both lives and how you bring the best out of both worlds. So how have you personally managed the balance between career ambition and being a mother? Because I'm guessing, like, just because you're like a super leader in the marketing field, I'm guessing you're a super mom too. So I want to understand and I want to talk more and deep dive more on the juggle.
See, I work and life, there is a balance. It's a myth. There is no balance. Sometimes, if my work demands me to be there, work on strategic things, my family, my son, my mom, my brother, they are very supportive. They know that, I am a workaholic. I love, taking new challenges. That means I need to be there, and they give me that time. But I have been coaching my son. There was no tutor. So learning Kannada, teaching him Kannada for 5 years. He 5, 6, 7 from the morning, even I think kindergarten to class 7, I taught him everything. So it is, I would say that you need to take those calls, right? So before the exam, 2 or 3 months, that I tell my team, my leadership team, my CEO, the look, I'll not be available because my family demands me more. And everyone is very supportive. They know when you tell out and when you have blocked your time in your calendar, and you tell them that this is the time you are reachable, they understand, because they know that even a father has a lot of responsibilities nowadays. Why we overlook and why we always talk about motherhood, fatherhood is equally difficult. Like we need to, it's a society, man plus woman, it's a society. I would say today's what we really need, a woman need a progressive system, a progressive husband, progressive brother, a progressive father, who gives her the chance what she wants to do, and doesn't judge her if she fails or she doesn't know how to do it, but give her the chance that you figure it out and we will all support you. I think that's very important. And this is where I kind of balance. My husband makes me tea, gives me breakfast, sometimes I do it, but we share the load. He also teaches my son on few of the subject like maths and few other things, and I then take care of the other things. So I think I'm very fortunate, and I've clearly set my expectation. If you need a cook, you need a cook, right? Outsource those work which is actually hindering you to pick up those skills that you want to learn but you don't have time, right? If it's an in-law that is creating, they are not able to understand your career goal, please have a transparent conversation and have your people on your side who can support you, right? Or if you don't get any support, then it's your call. Would you like to come out of such situation on your own? It takes courage. Now what is the call? You need to take that call. I think that's very important, I would say. Yeah.
Have you ever felt a guilt or a burnout? What helped you navigate through those moments if you ever did?
Yeah, so because Ericsson 2013 to 2017, I was there and I had a traveling job. So first, my son was around getting into 2 years, right? So first year I made a decision that I will not travel because he needs me, and those motherly abilities that you have in your body, you need to really respect, and you are changing your hormonal things at the same time. Yeah, I used to go to office, Oracle, I got, I think, 3 months maternity leave. At that time, it was no 6 months. And then but my manager needs some help during my maternity time. And I didn't take this as a, objection, because I understood that he cannot do the job and he needs my help. Someone he really looks up to. You should take things positively and, understand why people, reach out. So I have been always known a person whom people can approach, and I have always got such opportunities. So now the guilt is always there. Like when now from Oracle to Ericsson, when I moved, my son was first year, so I didn't travel. Second year, I had to travel. And my Swedish boss was very supportive. So I told that, look, I'll go there. I'll be there for 7 days, 15 days, and I'll come back. And again, I'll go, after a few months, or, this is the way I will manage things, right? And when you need me, I'll be there for months, in different countries because my job demands. So that was the time, I think, first 2.5 years, I was not really that actively traveling, right? So I was okay. I didn't have that guilt. But when I was working for office, I was definitely that I had that guilt that what is my son doing? All of a sudden I have come out, so I used to, when I used to come from the travel after 2.5 years, I used to bring gifts, just to kind of soothe him out or soothe my husband out that I was not there. But look, even man is traveling. My husband has a huge traveling job, right? Hardly 3 or 4 days in a week he's not there, but I think that is fine, because at the end of the day, when you ask yourself truly something, that what you have done, what is the impact you have made, are you really satisfied? I love myself a lot, and you should make yourself satisfied, right? And everyone, if you tell out that this is your expectation, that I need your support from your mom, your husband, your son, daughter, they will give you the support, because things are changing. It's no more the same economies that we stay in, right? There are a lot of women in the workforce, and we need more women actually. Yeah.
No. Thank you so much for sharing that. It's such a wholesome thing to know that your family supports you, and like I also come from that privilege where like my family supports and stuff. But I also do wanna, is there an advice for women who don't get this support? What would you say to them? How can they navigate and make a difference in their journey?
Yeah, if you don't get a support, it's a completely a different world. And I feel that challenge, because when I talk to different mentees, I know what they are going through. So see, are you really want to be that situation forever? This, I told you, a very important thing: satisfy yourself first. If you love yourself, you can love anyone. You can give that love to everyone. So if you are not satisfied within, how can you give that love and support to others? So ask the question: if this requires some bold decision to make, please take, because you know yourself better than any of your mentors, any of your friends, well-wishers, even better than your parents. You know yourself, right? Many things you cannot talk to your parents, right? Or you want to talk but you didn't have time, right? But I think today things are changing. A single mother person, who doesn't want to marry but focus on career, all sort of things are there. I think what is important for us to understand: have a role model, and very important to ask this question: what you want. You should not be guilty, after 20 years, that I have not done anything. I had all the potential. Many people told me to take up, but I have not done it. That kind of situation shouldn't come. So take that challenge. Stand up, because I remember my challenging times, moving careers from different companies, understanding different cultures. Sometimes I was getting through cultural shock because I've never worked in that kind of environment. But I took that challenge. I was with me all the time. Whether it's a bad or wrong decision, no decision is right or wrong. Every decision is right, but you have to take that step. So, and that is very important. During that challenging time, what else you can do? I told you, you can do some of the outsourced things, right? If you need some support, ask your family. If family is not giving you the support, ask your trusted friends who can help you. Like, there was many times I was not there in school, and my son has to be picked up. So I asked other moms that, could you please pick my son, right? And I did a host over party in my house, just to ensure that they all come together. And you need to identify, right, those areas where who wants to support you, who doesn't want to support you, what you can do in terms of that. So I think today women understand each other. Women are the best friends for them. There are many things that you cannot talk to men, or they even understand those things that we go through. And the same thing goes for men. I think some things that women don't understand, because we are very differently wired, but we are coming as a society. So please speak sharp, speak transparent, put your expectation out, and don't disregard yourself. Love yourself so that you take the right decision.
I love that. Love yourself, satisfy yourself first. This is such an optimistic thing to say, Deepta. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Thank
Um,
you.
I can't believe we're already 50 minutes into this. And before I take any questions from the audience, I have two last questions that I do want to ask. What are the trends in marketing are you excited about right now? Like, what do you look forward to, or what should the community who wants to get, our community who wants to get into the marketing field, what should they look out for?
Yeah, so because the community here is coming after a break, right? I think you need to lot catch up, on your skills, because there has been tremendous change in the marketing tools. AI has come. You need to do, those certifications, those internship projects, short term. If you can do these gigs and the consulting project, reaching out to those marketing agencies by showcasing that previous some work you have done, or at least you start being active on LinkedIn. LinkedIn provides you a wonderful platform to what you really want. There is a newsletter. You can create your own content. There are a lot of AI tools. ChatGPT free version is amazing. You have Copilot, you have Claude, you have Perplexity. Then you have a lot of social media AI tools that gives you, what kind of. So what is your, see, first thing is that Is it I want to be a techno marketing person, I want to learn technology, or I want to be a traditional marketeer? Now, if you are a traditional marketeer, your job at some point of time would be obsolete. You need to leverage new tools and utilize the tools in the best way possible so that you create a business case, maybe an automation, some things that we used to do for weeks or months, now we do it in an hour. Some strategic projects. If there is no CRM, no marketing automation, the overall view of all your marketing campaigns, things are not there in your eye. Then you don't know what is the return on investment you are getting. I know what is the amount that you are investing and what is the return on. You need tools, and today's AI tools are very smart. Every tool has AI capability now, so that gives you those additional set of learning. So I would say learn, get the right certification, IITs, IIMs. Do those, because you need a brand, because you are coming after a break. If you do it from any other brand, it should come from a trusted premier brand, that, and also back it up with those doing those set of projects. So let's say you have done digital marketing as a certification. Every part of digital marketing, SEO, what is the internship project you have done? What did you do in LinkedIn when it comes to social media? What did you do in the social influencer marketing and the partner marketing? So when someone asks you, you did the certification, now tell me this scenario, you can actually relate and tell, show and tell. That's very important. So this is where I would say that please learn. And then, of course, talk to your mentors, talk to the other industry leaders, reach out on LinkedIn that, you are looking for this course, you want to come back, talk to your previous employer, and, understand that what kind of roles. Sometimes some roles are not mentioned, but through talking, through discussion, they may find a role for you. And today, the organization is getting women friendly. They really want a lot of women to come. So, it's now your opportunity that how do you go reach out. You need to reach out. That is what is important. You need to take the certification, you need to do the internship, you need to ask. So that's very important.
Yeah. And also, I feel like this also gives you a talking point for like the women who are like saying that, okay, I've learned this, and this is why I think I should come back. I think
Yes, definitely. Why
yeah.
not? Yeah, many people transition their career from a dev tech to sales, marketing, business analysis, strategy. Why not you? So I am asking always what you want. Have a very transparent and frank opinion or discussion with yourself. That's very important.
Okay, one last question before we open it to the audience. What does breaking the mold mean to you today?
Yeah, so breaking the mold to me is that as I told you that I bring my whole self wherever I go. I when I come to workplace, I don't keep my ego or attitude. I try to be learning, and also at the same time to understand when someone comes, what is the help I can do for them, right? For that is a mold. I want to be seen as a leader who is approachable, who is helping others. And at the same time, it also gives me new opportunities, to take up some of those projects that you didn't know if you have not done that conversation. And read books, read a lot of books that gives you, if you want to be a strategy person, read a lot of books in the strategy, top 10 strategy, just search in Google, you will find. You want to be a great leader because you want to really hone on your leadership skills, read a lot of leadership books and reflect on it. What are the key takeaways? Create, a journal or a diary. I do a journal and a diary. I always write notes. Because when you have so many things going on, you need an extended brain. It could be your notepad. It could be your AI note taker, but not all that time AI note taker gives you everything right. So you need to kind of rub it off a few things off, but it gives a very good job, at least for me. And it reminds you what did you discuss last time and what you should be ready for. So please take notes, read books, invest in yourself, very important, so that you learn what is going on. You are relevant, things like when things come, you can prove yourself. So that these are the things I would say. This is my the breaking the mold. And I also would like to invest, the next few years on the AI. When I teach something, I also take up the new opportunities that now my opportunities, I need to learn cybersecurity. I have already made that, journey, and I'm reading also going to. So every day have 1 hour for your own reading. And also those books that you want to read, maybe you cannot read all the books, but read from at least the summaries from the Kindle, or there are a lot of AI tools which will give you a summary, right? So you understand now those summaries, how do I deploy it, right, in your current workplace or in your passion projects that you want to pick it up. So those things, but you need to go out and show yourself. Like it's not an easy job, balancing your family, balancing your job, and then doing your own learning and staying true to that, complete those assignments, project. It takes a lot of time, and you need to be conscious that you need to give that time no matter what. So that's very important.
Thank you so much. That's incredibly powerful. And this has been a great conversation. I'll just quickly see if there are any questions that are coming up from the audience. We'll quickly take that. Okay, so I think this question is already answered by you. What are some upskilling courses for digital marketers? I think you
Yes.
answered the whole
Yeah.
conversation. So I'm going to move on to the next one. What are the job opportunities for marketing in future and scope of AI in marketing?
Yeah, so see, there are plenty of job opportunities in marketing: digital marketer, performance marketer, AI marketer, creating a marketing operations platform using AI. I talked about that. What you are spending, you should have a visualizing somewhere else, so that if you are doing some experiments and you see what is the results. If this experiment has taught you this is not going to succeed, quickly move on and do something else, right? Move fast, fail fast, have those tools, and so these are the different roles that you get in marketing. And you also, like, content is one great part, because everything is going around content, different types of content: podcast, video, long form, repurposing it in terms of carousel, social media marketing, kind of an influencer marketing. Everywhere you need content writing, content marketer is another great opportunity. If you want to be a B2B2C, marketing works little differently compared to B2B, because B2C, everything is transparent, you see things, but in B2B, you don't always see things. You don't always see the hardware. You don't see always the software. You need to imagine, right? There are different metrics. So I would say that there are plenty of opportunity. Which industry, which sector you want to work, also look into those trends, see what kind of tools are evident, who identify those people in LinkedIn whom you want to be like them, follow them, understand go through their LinkedIn resume, look what kind of things they have learned, analyze, talk to your mentors or other friends who knows it, and then take your own research, and then take a very research decision. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. We have a question that says that I'm scared that ChatGPT will take my marketing job away.
No. Yeah, I totally, don't be in that fear. ChatGPT, as I told you, AI agents, agentic AI, they are the enabler. AI plus human equal to society. So they will not take your job. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think those are the questions that we had from the audience.
I think one thing, Arohi, I just want to point out regarding the certification courses, right? I told that, yes, take it from, good brands like IITs, IIMs, and, but you also have Upgrad, you have Great Lakes. If you want to learn AI in marketing, AI in, whatever you want to learn. And then also learn this Google Analytics, HubSpot certification, all of these. This is needed because you will be working on Google Analytics. Whether you are a content writer, you need to look into those tools and see how your content is trending, what are the keywords you are using, what are the people are searching. So you need to know all those tools also. So do take up the certification course in marketing, digital marketing, whatever, but then also do this tool specific course. Sometimes these tool specific courses are already included in your certification courses, but if it is not, you need to take, and these are all free courses. And then MIT, Microsoft, Google has come up with their AI courses. Please learn. Yeah, as I said, that if 1 hour is not enough for you for learning, it requires at least 2 to 3 hours. Block that time and have this undivided attention. Lock your room. Let your people know that you are not available, and learn. Focus on the learning.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Aditya, for your generosity, honesty, and just this sheer inspiration you brought us. with you today. And like you said, you were yourself, and I think I loved the candid responses that you had. You've shown us a success isn't about ticking boxes, it's about building a life that reflects your values, strengths, and joys. And I am so humbled and I appreciate you speaking with me today. To everybody, everyone watching, thank you for showing up for yourselves. We hope you leave feeling seen, strong, and ready to break your own mold. We have a lot of events coming up. Follow us on LinkedIn, Instagram, and don't forget to connect with the network that you have. Thank you so much, Sudeepta. I really appreciate you taking out the time today and speaking with us. Until
Thank you
next
so much. It's a lovely opportunity interacting with all the women out there. And do take the second leap in your career. Very much needed. Yes. Take care, guys.
time.
Thank you.
I'm gonna edit this part of your saying that do take the second leap and post it on LinkedIn. I
Yeah.
hope everybody's taking this home today. Thank you so much, Sudeepta. Have
Thank
a
you
great
so
rest
much,
of your
everyone.
day.
Bye bye.